My name is Hannah Jones. I'm a sophomore kinesiology major here at the University of Arkansas, and I will be discussing the painting Kindred Spirits by Asher Brown Durand. It is currently located in the permanent collection at the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas. The museum's founder, Alice Walton, bid an incredible $35 million for the painting, making it the most expensive auction bought painting at the time. Asher Brown Durand was born in Maplewood, New Jersey in 1796. He started his artistic career as an engraver. However, after being commissioned to paint portraits of 7 different presidents who had been in office, he began to focus more on painting. Durand created Kindred Spirits as a memorial to Thomas Cole, a close friend of his who had died unexpectedly of pneumonia. Thomas Cole is the man pictured on the right. He was considered the founder of American landscape painting and the Hudson River School of Artists. The Hudson River School was the first true movement in American art. It was a group of New York City-based landscape painters pioneering this particular style. Following Cole's death in 1848, Durand became the acknowledged leader of the school. In 1837, he and Cole had embarked on a sketching expedition to Schroon Lake in the Adirondack Mountains. Shortly after, Durand began focusing his art heavily on landscape. In the painting, Thomas Cole is standing on a cliff alongside William Cullen Bryant, a poet and friend who shared the same love for landscape and picturesque scenery that Cole often painted, as did all of the Hudson River School artists. The painting was commissioned by a New York art collector, Jonathan Sturgis, as a gift for William Cullen Bryant, who had presented the eulogy at Cole's funeral. Kindred Spirits is a beautiful work containing many unique and defining characteristics, such as light, color, and depth. Stylistically, the painting is realistic and detailed. However, it is also idealized because it is a compilation of 2 locations, Catterskill Falls and the Clove, in the Catskill Mountains that are not actually found together in nature, as Durand has depicted. Durand uses a one-point perspective in which objects around and alongside a central point are foreshortened, creating the illusion of depth and distance. The central point in this image is the river, with the trees and rocks appearing smaller or further away as you trace the river upstream, adding depth to the scene. Color-wise, the piece is chromatic, using various intensities of light. In the bottom corners of the painting are darker colors, leading us to assume that the foliage is thicker and there's less exposure to sunlight. Toward the center of the painting, there's much brighter light, in which we can conclude there is a clearing in the trees, allowing for sunlight to shine on the landscape. Durand uses biomorphic shapes rather than geometric because he is depicting natural organic objects found in nature like plants, rocks, and humans. Kindred Spirits can be interpreted using a biological methodology in which the artist's life is used as an underlying text. He used pieces of his, Cole's, and Bryant's life as symbols in his painting. The landscape itself is a composite of several locations in the mountains of lower New York, which Thomas Cole had sketches and paintings of. The placement of Cole, an artist, and Bryant, a poet, seemed to symbolize the relationship between artistic and literary circles at the time. Cole and Bryant were kindred spirits, along with Durand, in that they shared a deep appreciation for nature and used their talents to capture and glorify the beauty of it. The broken tree trunk at the bottom left of the painting exemplifies the power of nature and celebrates America's wilderness. More interestingly, however, it can be interpreted as Cole's truncated life, since he died so unexpectedly of pneumonia at the age of 47. Kindred Spirits was created during the Romantic movement. The American Romantic movement differed from its European counterpart in that it was driven primarily by the inspiration of the vast and diverse American landscape, and often produced monumental and breathtaking works of art. Thomas Cole was a very influential artist in the American Romantic movement. Durand's Kindred Spirits carries some of that inspiration. Different from much of Cole's work, however, Durand uses a vertical format rather than Cole's horizontal presentations, and slightly more domestic scenes and figures. Capturing dramatic and specific elements of nature was very characteristic of the Romantic movement. I was initially drawn to this painting because the landscape looked familiar and beautiful. It reminded me a lot of the woods I would explore as a child. After looking into it, the story behind the painting made me all the more fond of it. To have something like this created in your memory as a tribute to your life would be such an honor. It's easy to see how these gentlemen cared for one another and the high respect in which they held each other. I think I like this painting so much because it captures not only the essence of American landscape and this new movement in art, but it also captures the essence of friendship. Thanks so much for watching.